Then, of course, there is Dansby Swanson. Dansby Swanson, the best available shortstop on the market. And now the Red Sox are in hot pursuit. Jon Heyman tweet out, Red Sox appear to be seriously considering star free agent Dansby Swanson now. Would allow them to keep Story at second base. Swanson's in very good shape. Cubs, Dodgers, Braves, among others interested. So let's break out that Dodgers rumor meter. And for this rumor, I'm definitely giving it serious smoke. I think the Swanson signing could be announced any day now. He's already let the market fall to where he's in great shape, as Jon Heyman said. As I said a few days ago, the fact that these guys are getting the money, they're getting the years. When you entered this free agency, you thought maybe Swanson gets a 6-year deal. I think he could easily get 7 or 8, maybe even 9 years now when you look at how this market has unfolded. And Swanson is a guy that can help a lot of teams out there. He solidifies your shortstop position. He has only been an above average bat for a full season once in his career, so I do have some doubt about his ability to be an above average bat for the duration of that contract. But Swanson definitely is an elite defender, and a lot of teams need that at that premium position, especially when you consider the ban on the shift. So I don't think the Dodgers are putting all their eggs in the Dansby Swanson basket. I think if they can get him on a deal where it's a 5, 6, 7-year deal, maybe they consider it, but I don't see them getting into a bidding war with very aggressive teams like the Red Sox or Cubs. I think if teams really want Dansby Swanson, I think the Dodgers are going to break the bank for him when it comes to the money and the years. So I would be surprised if they sign Swanson. I wouldn't be shocked, but I would be just a little bit surprised. I had him going to the Cubs. That was my prediction for Swanson at the beginning of free agency, but I think the Red Sox are feeling a lot of pressure from their fan base, especially losing out on Xander Bogaerts. But we'll see. I'm sure that he'll have a signing announced at some point, maybe over the weekend, but we'll see. I mean, sometimes these things are a little drawn out. I'm not 100% sold that they're sold on Gavin Lux as their long-term solution at short. They know it's a premium position. They know you're going to have the restriction on the shift next season. You definitely need a defensive-minded shortstop that can get it done. And Dansby Swanson, he won the Gold Glove last season. If you look at his defensive metrics, he was outstanding. He has the range. You see him making diving catches in the outfield. And the Dodgers defensively, they've really not had it buttoned up at the shortstop position for years, dating back to Corey Seager. Then Trey Turner, he turned out to be average at best at the position defensively. And you bring on a Dansby Swanson, that cleans up a lot of things in your infield. So that definitely is his biggest pro. He was in the 100th percentile and outs above average. He had 9 defensive runs saved last season. His range isn't the best of the best, but still really nice range. So Dansby Swanson defensively, he's an absolute 10. The question I have is, what is he offensively? Because we know in 2022, he had his best and most consistent year at the plate, where he slashed 277, 329, 447, had a 776 OPS, 25 home runs, 18 stolen bases, and a 116 WRC+. So his bat was 16% above league average. Also started all 162 games for the first time in his 7-year career. It's kind of funny how all these players in their contract here, they suddenly are able to play so many games. They never hit the IL. And look, he turns 29 in February, so he is in the prime of his career. And if you look at his year last year, really got off to a slow start. He had a 644 OPS in April, and then he turned it on in May. Had an 847 OPS in May with 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. And then in June, he caught fire, a 953 OPS, 7 home runs. And in the first 17 games of July, he posted an 823 OPS, and he made his first career All-Star team. Then after the All-Star break, then he started to fade a little bit. He had a 675 OPS in August, a 723 OPS over the last 31 games of the season. And then in the postseason, he went just 2 for 16 with a double and scored 3 runs in the Braves NLDS loss to the Philadelphia Phillies. So there is definitely a lot to like when it comes to Dansby Swanson. The pros, elite defense at a premium position. He's very durable. Played 162 games in 2022, 160 in 2021, all 60 games in 2020. He also will come at a much cheaper price than a Carlos Correa or a Trey Turner or even a Xander Bogaerts. Of those big 4 shortstops, he will command the cheapest contract. And the reason for that is he hasn't proven to be a great hitter throughout his career. For his career, he has a 94 WRC+. So for the majority of his 7-year career, he has been a below average bat. Now, good good thing for Dansby Swanson. He was able to put together a really nice year offensively in his platform season. But the big question I have is, who is the real Dansby Swanson? Because last year he posted a 6.4 F-WAR. That was nearly double his previous career high that was 3.4 in 2021. He also strikes out a ton, a 26.1 strikeout rate. That was third in Major League Baseball among qualified shortstops. Had a very high BABIP last year, a 348 BABIP. That was second highest among shortstops. He doesn't have a great track record in the postseason. His postseason strikeout rate is 32.8%. So if you squint and you look, Dansby Swanson is very similar to Willy Adames when you consider the fact they both have some pop, they hit home runs, but they also strike out at a high rate. I would much rather trade for Willy Adames, who also is a top 5 shortstop defensively, also hits for pop, also strikes out at a high rate, but is only under team control for 2 more seasons.
Sell Swanson to the fan base. Make him is he going to be a Dodger?
I still predict that he'll end up signing with either the Cubs or the Twins. I think the Dodgers could get into the mix, but I think that Swanson's people are going to present an offer from those other teams, and it's going to have a number 8 on it. And the Dodgers are going to say, we like you at 6 years, 150, but not 8 years and over possibly $200 million. But as far as selling him to the fan base, what he does provide is above average defense. At this point, you could pretty much say he is an elite defender, but I do caution Dodger fans out there that say he's this elite defender and that he has been his entire career. He went from a solid shortstop to a good shortstop to now he's posting elite numbers, but at the same token, doesn't have the greatest arm. And we saw with Carlos Correa that in 2021, he wins the Platinum Glove Award. And then in 2022, his defense takes a major hit. Defensive metrics can be so fickle and volatile. They change from year to year. But I also say too,
on Correa real quick. Correa's going from Houston, which is at the top of the league when it comes to analytics and defensive numbers and placement and all that kind of stuff. The Dodgers in that same boat. Minnesota is Minnesota. Like you said, they are a mid-tier team. They're not going to pay for the core of people that would be in the analytics, in the R&D, in the think tank that put this the teams in positions to win, at elite levels each year.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic point. We saw with Xander Bogaerts, he took a big leap, and a lot of that had to do with the analytics and how they were placing him on the diamond. So really, in the future, you're going to need a shortstop that has that range. And we know Dansby has that range, but the issue I have with Dansby Swanson is really, this was his first complete season. He's really like a one-year wonder. Look, if you have an artist and he has a one-hit wonder, you don't sign him to a 10-record deal or anything like that. Last season, he posted a 116 WRC+. Before his career, he has been a below average bat. And for his career, he's accrued 16.4 F-WAR across 7 seasons, 827 games. Well, 40% of that F-WAR took place in 2022. So he's a guy that really is benefiting of having a career year. He had an extremely high BABIP to start last season. He really got up to a really slow start, had a hot summer, and then faded down the stretch. But if you're looking for the pros of Dansby Swanson, is you're getting a shortstop, hopefully around $25 million per season, that you can solidify at that position. He is your shortstop heading into this new era with the ban on the restricted shift. And then also, then you open up the position, you open up some more assets to trade for some win now talent. What happens with a Gavin Lux? What happens with a Michael Busch, a Jacob Amaya, those kinds of players? Because I'm telling you, if you trade for Dansby Swanson, what you're saying is you're back to being all in for next season. You're back to maximizing the championship window with Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman.
But let me know down below in the comment section, do you want to see the Dodgers sign Dansby Swanson? Call your shot. Where do you think that Dansby Swanson is going to sign? Let me know down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news and rumors all offseason long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.